Hello and welcome to City Women. I'm really excited about today's show, so everybody get comfortable because we've got lots of great stuff in store for you. Now, I don't know if you recall, but a few months ago we had Dubai-based first-time author Deidre Stevenson on the show. Since then, her book, The Hakima's Tale, The Revenge of the Blue Genie, has gone international, and there's even talk of making it into a film. Now, she's here today to talk to us all about all the wonderful things that are going on in her life.
Now, for me, summer is definitely the time to take a break. You know, kick back your heels, raise your feet on a stool and relax. But that doesn't necessarily mean you have to forego your stylish image. Today, Jane Norman, brand manager Mr. Mark Lawrence, will be here to talk to us through some great casual looks for the summer.
Plus, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Now, I'm sure you've heard about the free shopping spree at Jane Norman that City Women is giving away. And you know how I'm sure? Because the number of you who entered the competition was truly phenomenal. And guess what? Today we're going to present the lucky winner with her prize right here on the show. Trust me, you won't want to miss this.
That's right, Suze. And speaking of competitions, you know that reality show hosted by Tyra Banks, where several would-be models vie for the title of America's Next Top Model? Well, every season they seem to have a token plus-size model competing, but she never even made it to the top 5. But this year, it's all changed. For the first time ever, the plus-size contestant actually won the whole shebang.
I'm actually really surprised because you remember we were talking about it once before about how, you know, they have that token plus-size woman
and the beauty pageant contestant.
Exactly, and it's just to let them know that, look, you know, we're giving everybody a chance. This woman has a stutter and she's in this competition and this, you know, so it's like, it's almost like a flagship of like, okay, nobody can, you know, say anything negative to us. But to have her actually win, wow, wow, wee wow, as Borat would say.
Well, you know, a lot of people are saying it was actually rigged because like you said, you know, it seemed to be that they wanted to show that, you know, the fact that they have a plus-size model in it and didn't let her win, now it's overdue. This is season 10 of America's Next Top Model, okay? Season 10. They've always had a plus-size model in this competition. And finally, they've let her win. And a lot of people, like I said, are saying that it was rigged because she wasn't the best model in the competition.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still glad that she was a plus-size model. I mean, I'm all the way for plus-size models. Have you guys seen fashion TV lately? I mean, all these like skinny models. I'm sick of seeing that look. It's basically a little bit of flesh and lots of bones. But I mean, whatever happened to the real models like Cindy Crawford, Christy Turlington, Naomi Campbell? Those are, I would consider them plus-size models, or maybe just
no,
the
sweetie,
perfect figure model. But it's better than skinny. The anorexia look is so in, especially on the catwalk these days, and it's not very, very attractive for the eyes.
Well, I'll tell you what. This plus-size model who won this competition, she was actually a size 10.
Is that even plus size?
It's not even plus size. Plus size stores do not even sell her size.
So basically, she was my size.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to be a plus.
Well, compared
size.
to the size 0 and size 2 people who normally win these competitions, she's only a size 10.
I actually am insulted because if you're plus size, that's one thing, but I never considered myself plus size. I mean, I'm slim with problem areas like the average human being, you know, but I would never call myself plus size, and that's me having hopefully good self-esteem about myself. But now you're going to call me plus size?
Well, in today's generation, you're considered a plus-size person. Yeah, plus-size size.
No, that's madness. That's madness. And what message are they actually sending? Okay, at first glance, you think, okay, the plus-size model won. This is great. She's the ambassador for women with curves. She's letting people know that beauty comes in all shapes and sizes. But the woman is actually a size 10. What message are they really sending? That size 10 is fat? Well, what is that?
And it's going to take generations and generations for us to re-socialize ourselves. Right now, we've seen so many anorexic models on the runway that, whether you like to admit it or not, people kind of strive for that look. It is going to take so many years for us to go back and redo this and reprogram ourselves to say that, okay, size 10 is not plus size, it's actually average. Plus size is also beautiful. I mean, really plus size is also beautiful. But you know what? We would like you at home to give us your thoughts on this issue too. If you think that plus size models are good role models, simply send us an SMS with the word women and either yes or no to the number relevant to your country that's written on your screen.
Don't move because we'll be talking to a woman who's been called the J.K. Rowling of Dubai. That's here on City Women right after this.
City Women Wardrobe, brought to you by Jane Norman.
Welcome back to City Women. Up next, we'll be joined by a woman who proves that it's never too late to change careers. The last time she appeared on our show, her book, The Hakima's Tale, The Revenge of the Blue Jinni, was the talk of the town here in Dubai. And now it's gone international.
Deidre Stevenson is a Dubai-based author whose first book, The Hakima's Tale, The Revenge of the Blue Jinni, was published to great reviews, with the book seeming to have struck a chord with both teens and adults. And according to Deidre, this is just the beginning, as she has 2 new installments in the works, and there's even talk of making a movie. But for now, the first-time author is busy visiting schools and taking part in international book fairs, drumming up interest in her first novel. Stay tuned to City Women to find out more. Joining us now is author Deidre Stevenson. Deidre, great to have you back.
Thank you for having me.
Now, the last time you were here, you were just about to start distributing your book. Now, what has happened since then?
Well, so many things. Well, as you can see, I've worked on getting publicity here. Many newspaper articles have come out, and we have distributed to a much wider audience, including everywhere in UAE, including all the Magruti shops, Josh and Mall, Borders, Books Plus. Pretty much all the major outlets are carrying the book now, as well as internationally in Egypt, Kuwait, Lebanon, Bahrain, and Oman have now received it.
Wow, so what's the response been like?
Well, so far, really, really positive. You know, everyone who has read the book, especially kids, you know, are actually writing into me now with mail, their fan mail, and saying that they enjoy the story and they love how it's about this culture, and you know, and they feel like it's their book. It's about them. The kids really enjoy when I come to the schools and talk about writing and the creative process. And whenever they hear that it could be the Harry Potter of the Middle East, you know, they're all over me, you know, for autographs and everything, and that's just bizarre.
Well, it sounds like you're really becoming the J.K. Rowling of the Middle East.
Well, even a fraction of her success would make me so happy, believe me.
I can imagine that. I know that you're in the process of writing a sequel.
Yes, that is in progress and going very well, and it promises even more excitement than this book. The next book will have a magic carpet, but it's not going to be what you typically think of as a magic carpet.
Could this be some sort of trilogy?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So this will be the second part. Her training and the Hakima's Tale, The Rise of the Warrior, will be the official title for the second part, and it will come out October or November of this year.
Okay, have you already started working on the third one as well?
No.
Okay.
No, that's all up here so far.
Okay. Now, I understand that they're even considering making it into a movie.
Yes, we do have a company looking at it right now with that in mind. So we have our fingers crossed. It's still in the beginning stages.
Are we talking animated film or feature film?
That we wouldn't have an idea right now, but we're looking at the appropriateness of, you know,
Either choice.
of either choice.
But
right.
your foray into writing books has kind of been like a fairy tale, hasn't it?
Yes, oh, absolutely. It's always what I've dreamt of doing my whole life.
So what advice would you give to young people who are interested in becoming authors themselves? Because I know that you didn't go the traditional route.
No. Well, I didn't really get the encouragement I think I needed, you know, when I was 13, 14 years old, you know, thinking of doing something like this. People always wanted me to be safe, you know, and go the safe route with a career that would actually make some money, you know. But I think it's important to follow your dream, you know, and that's what I'm trying to tell kids when I go to the schools, you know. Don't let that inner child in you die, you know. Let your imagination be free, you know, to explore stories like this.
And when you first finished your first first book. You came on City Women a while back.
Yes.
You think that had anything to do with it?
It could have. it was an amazing boost, yes, I have to say.
Well, fantastic. We're glad we could help.
Thank you.
Thank you so much and best of luck.
Thank you so much for having me back. I appreciate it.
Coming up next, we'll be finding out how you can go casual without compromising on style. Plus, we'll be announcing the winner of the Jane Norman free shopping spree.
City Women Wardrobe, brought to you by Jane Norman.
Welcome back to City Women. If you're looking to dress down a little while keeping the style stakes up, then get comfortable because our next guest is here to give us some tips on looking cool when you decide to go casual. Summer in this country can be a real scorcher, and the fashion conscious might find it hard to look good during these months. But dressing for summer doesn't mean you have to compromise your fashion sense with sloppy clothes. Widely recognized as one of the UK's most famous high street fashion outlets, with over 150 outlets in England, Scotland and Ireland, Jane Norman is here to show you how to dress for summer and still look stylish and original. So be it casual skirts, formal shorts, khakis or jeans, Jane Norman has you covered.
I'd now like to welcome Jane Norman brand manager, Mr. Mark Lawrence. Mark, great to have you with us on the show today.
And thank you for having me back. Always a pleasure.
Now, Mark, casual looks. What's in for this summer, summer 2008?
There's a few looks that are in. To try and summarise it, I brought along 3 with me that we have in Jane Norman, and at the end of the day, Jane Norman will be leading the rest of the high street, so you can't go wrong if you just listen to everything I say. We have 3 looks. The super casual is the look that has the safari shorts, the cream safari shorts, which are made of linen, that has a lot of stretch, nice, super sexy, very short. You can wear it to the beach with a pair of flip-flops or sneakers.
I have to second that because
Yes.
I was a victim of those shorts. I had to get those shorts, and they're hot.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
I saw you in them. They are hot.
Linen right the way through. Even the drawstring is linen again, very comfortable on. And then that is also worn just with a straightforward, nice sleeveless top.
That's kind of the beach wear.
It's kind of the
Or
beach wear,
brunch, Saturday afternoon, not wanting to really get too dressed up.
Not too dressed up, but still looking sexy at the same time.
What about the casual look for the day?
The casual look is what we have. Denim, I think. The denim, just to draw your attention to the denim in Jane Norman is absolutely great. We do it in 3 different lengths, which is superb. No other retailer does it, I think. So we're catering for all shapes and sizes. This particular pair of jeans that you're looking at, hopefully, is quite lightweight, and it's also light in colour as well, because that is particularly strong. So we're moving from the darks to the lighter shades as we move into the hotter weather.
And that material is great because it's light. It's not that thick denim, so it's great for the summer as well.
Exactly, and it has some stretch as well, and for that, to stretch around the areas of the body that you'd like to accentuate.
Especially if you're not typical bodied. I mean, I know I'm a little bit more robust in certain areas, and the Jane Norman jeans fit me beautifully, which which is a rarity. You usually have to find jeans that fit your body type and your unique, you know, shape. And the Jane Norman jeans that I wear are just fit beautifully.
No, Susie's right. I mean, the Jane Norman jeans usually fit like a glove. With me, it's only the length that I have to alter, but then again, I'm not very tall, so.
You keep telling me every time I wear the Jane Norman jeans, she's like, you have to buy those. I was like, I have too many Jane Norman jeans now. I can't buy all of them. That goes to say something.
We have absolutely probably more jeans than Levi's. There's probably about 30 styles of jeans in the 3 different leg lengths as well that we have. This particular one that I'm showing is interesting because it's got some pick stitch detail. It's also very low waisted, so that elongates the body and it kicks out into a nice 70s sort of flare. So when I look at this pair of jeans, I think of like Happy Days and Jeannie and Richie and the Fonz type thing. So it's really cool. That is complemented with a white top. It's a white multi-panelled top. The sleeves are quite interesting. The detail on that is what we call ruched, to give you that ruffled sort of puffer effect. It's also elasticated, so it fits all. And one of the key things there is the high-waisted belt, which actually falls on the Empire line, which is between the bust line and the waistline, which further accentuates and elongates the body.
Now, if you're looking to step it up a little bit, take us through the formal look.
The formal look, for that slightly more formal occasion, I'm thinking perhaps the office or during Ramadan, we have a beautiful, super slim, super sexy herringbone dress. It's done in 2 colours, black and white on the yarn dye, given the effect of grey. It's very stretchy fabric. It fits around the somewhat curvaceous mannequin like a glove, and it's very comfortable on. So you can wear that with a pair of stilettos to once again give you that impression of length. And it also comes with the high-waisted thick belt. You'll notice that there is a theme of belts, and that will continue going forward. That's complemented with a lovely lurex stretchy leopard print scarf done in a necktie here, so I'm thinking more for the office, whereas if you're going out, say during the evening, you might want to just chuck it over your shoulders, especially during Ramadan. It's particularly nice.
Well, great. From casual to formal, there's a look for everything.
Absolutely, everybody's catered for.
Mark, before we let you go, today is a very special day because we'll be giving one lucky viewer a free shopping spree at Jane Norman. But first, let's remind everyone what the contest rules were.
Do you consider yourself a stylish, sassy kind of lady? One who loves to dress up and go shopping with your girlfriends? Well then, City Women has just the prize for you. Yes, we're giving away 1,500 dirhams to splash out on clothing from trendy high street store Jane Norman. The funky UK retailer opened its doors in the UAE last year in Dubai's Mall of the Emirates and Dera City Centre. For your chance to win, simply answer the following question. How many outlets does Jane Norman have in the UAE? A. None. B. 2. C. 30. SMS the words Jane Norman, your name, and the correct answer to the number relevant to your country that's written on your screen. Good luck and happy shopping!
So, how many outlets does Jane Norman have here in the UAE? The answer is 2. I think just about everybody got it right. Now, all the correct answers were placed in a drawer, and the name of the lucky winner is Connie Kiernan. Connie, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, how did you hear about this competition?
Just from your program. I was watching with my children and my husband, and I entered.
Do you watch it regularly?
I do, yes.
And what
yes.
made you actually enter the competition?
I like the clothes.
Yeah? You're a big fan of Jane Norman?
I am, yes.
Yeah, you knew about the brand beforehand?
Yes, yes, from the UK.
And then seeing us dressed in Jane Norman was just
You were
all you
that's
needed.
It. That's it.
Sold.
Now, I know that when I called you on the phone, you did not believe me when I announced that you were the winner.
No, I didn't.
So it was your lucky day.
It is, yeah.
I know that even a few days later, you still didn't believe it.
No, I didn't. I thought it was a hoax.
Is it because you haven't won things very often?
I've never won anything.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're glad we're your first.
First time. It's lovely.
Now, Mark, what exactly has Connie won?
Connie has won 1,500 dirhams worth of vouchers for my stores, Jane Norman.
Lovely.
And she can come in anytime to...
Anytime. Now would be good because we've got some fantastic collections in store that have just hit down for the summer.
Are you living in Dubai?
Yes.
Okay, so it's convenient for you to get over there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Connie, congratulations once again.
Thank you.
And thank you, all of you who entered the City Women Jane Norman competition. Now, if you didn't win the free shopping spree, all is not lost because Mark has a surprise for one other lucky winner. And what is that, Mark?
For one other winner, I'm going to give them 50% off anything they buy, no matter what quantity, for one purchase, one visit. So basically it's just go nuts shopping spree.
Okay, so they have to buy it all in one day.
All in one day, preferably not all the store, but yeah, certainly fill their wardrobes up, yeah.
Well, 50% off, sounds pretty good to me.
Absolutely.
And guess who the winner is? The winner is Lita Matthews from Yemen. Now, Lita, someone from our production team will be in touch with you today to get your prize to you. Now, for those of you who...
Wait a second. There's something really weird about this. Lita Matthews, did you get your sister involved, some long-lost sister that I didn't know about?
Now, number one, I do not have a sister. And Matthews, as in Julie Matthews, is spelled with 2 T's and Lita spells hers with 1 T.
Huh, I think it's a bit fishy.
Nothing to worry about. But changing the subject a little bit, earlier we were talking to Deidre Stevenson about how her book may be made into a film. And while I'm sure the on-screen version of it is going to be great, I'm personally always a little disappointed when they make a book I've read into a movie. But what about you? What do you prefer?
The movies made of like books are very fantastic, like Harry Potter and Da Vinci Code. They are very fantastic and I like it. And I want to see that movie again and again and again. People like get fantastic mood.
I don't like it that much because I think when you read a book, you get an impression of the actor or the figures and all that stuff. And if you see the film, the film doesn't show the expectations you had before.
Yeah, I prefer reading the book first and then watching the movie, but I always find that the book is more detailed, it's a little bit better. I find that it actually gives a better description, obviously, than the movie.
I think it just depends on how well it's done. If it's done well, then it's great.
I think sometimes they're good, but mostly the books are usually better.
I personally prefer movies over books any day. I mean, with the fast-paced lives that we lead here in Dubai, who's got time to read books anyway? Plus the characters, the scene, whatever's happening, you can feel to it, you can relate to it most of the time, I hope. So it's definitely much more entertaining watching a movie over reading a book.
There's nothing more powerful than the imagination. When a person reads a book, and if it's well written, those words provoke such a creative imagination. And I think what we try to do with movies is create what we imagine in our minds. And my imagination is not like yours. And if you're directing the film that I've read the book to, chances are I might be disappointed.
Let's take the Da Vinci Code, for instance. The book was brilliant. It sold millions and millions of copies worldwide. The movie, I'm very sorry, could not possibly reflect all of the intimate details and intricacies of this book. The movie was what, 3 hours long? The book was like 600 pages long? You cannot do it. The book was amazing, a real page turner. I could not put it down. The movie, I could have walked out.
Also, the Pelican Brief, I mean, some of them, it is successful. It is entertaining to watch. I mean, the Pelican Brief was a phenomenal book, and the movie was entertaining. You have to forget the book, though, when you're watching a movie. You have to forget that you've read the book, and in fact, oftentimes it's better, if you can, watch the movie before you read the book.
See, but I don't like that either, because that also influences you. I say choose either the book or the movie, not both. I mean, take Bridget Jones's Diary, for instance. Did any of you see the movie?
I wanted to kill her in the book.
No, I loved the book. I loved the character in the book. But in the movie, I couldn't stand it because to me, she seemed like a total bumbling idiot in the movie. Whereas in the book, she seemed a little more together, somebody who I could actually relate to.
That's the actress's interpretation,
exactly.
Right?
Whereas in the movie, no way.
That's so funny because for me it was different. I wanted to strangle her in the book because I thought she just had no character, no personality, and no confidence. And in the movie I just thought it was entertaining and I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
No, when I read that book, I laughed out loud every day. And even today when I pick up that book, just to go back over it, I laugh out loud. It's my feel-good book.
Really?
And whereas the movie didn't make me laugh at all.
I guess it's all relative at the end of the day. I mean, you've got movies such as Great Expectations, which is the Charles Dickens story. I don't think the book made too much sense, but the movie was a hit. I don't think anybody out there hasn't seen that movie. I mean, Gwyneth Paltrow, Ethan Hawke, Robert De Niro, great actors, beautiful scenery. I'm sure it touched many people out there.
But the reason why it made a hit was because the book was so successful. I mean, not one student passed through, I believe high school is when I read it, or grade school.
Had to read it.
Nobody passed through without reading that book, and we all loved it. And I think that's why it made such a good movie. That brings us to the end of this episode of City Women. Congratulations once again to Connie and Lita, our two winners of the City Women Jane Norman competition. And to all of the viewers who didn't win this time, we'll be giving away some more Jane Norman prizes in the very near future. So be sure to keep tuning in to City Women to find out how you can win.
And of course, City Women is giving away some beautiful Otazu jewelry too. If you'd like to win, simply answer the City Women question of the day. That is, do you think that plus-size models are good role models? All you have to do is send us an SMS with the word women and either yes or no to the number that's relevant to your country that's written on your screen.
Remember, we love hearing from you, so please keep those comments and suggestions coming in to us on citywomen@city7tv.com. Take care and see you next time.